Hi, this is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. Today, I'll show you how to transform a regular unfiltered photo into stunning high-fashion portraits. Start by opening a photo you'd like to use. I downloaded this one from Shutterstock. If you want to crop it, let's use the rectangular marquee tool. Drag the tool over the area you want to crop, defining how you'd like your subject to be framed in the final image. Go to Image and Crop. Deselect it by pressing Ctrl or Command D. To zoom into our image, we'll press Ctrl or Command and the plus key a couple of times, or we can press Ctrl or Command 0 to fit it onto our canvas. Next, we'll separate the subject from the background. Open the Quick Selection tool and click the Select Subject button at the top. If the selection is missing any areas of the subject, just drag the Quick Selection tool over those areas. To remove unwanted areas, hold Alt or Option while dragging. Next, we'll refine the edges. Go to Select, Modify, and Contract, and type in 2 pixels. Then click OK or press Enter or Return. Go back to Select, Modify, and Feather. Set it to 1 pixel. Click the Layer Mask icon to create a layer mask of the selection next to your subject. Create a new layer below your subject by Ctrl or Command clicking the New Layer icon. Select the Gradient tool, and at the top, choose Classic Gradient. Open the Gradient presets and select the black to white thumbnail. For this example, I'll click the Linear Gradient icon. However, feel free to play around with the other gradient types. Click the lower left stop and the color box. Pick a rich color. I'll type in FE490B. Click the lower right stop, the color box, and choose a second color. I'll type in A70142. Press Enter or Return twice to close both windows. At the top, click Gradient. Unlike Classic Gradient, this updated filter allows us to see our gradient in real time. Place your cursor at the bottom of the document. If we want our gradient to be perfectly vertical, before we drag the tool up, press and hold the Shift key as we drag the tool. We'll convert our subject with its layer mask into a smart object so we can modify it non-destructively. Make the subject active. Click the 4-line icon at the upper right and click Convert to Smart Object. Click the Adjustment Layer icon and click Gradient Map. It's important to note that adjustment layers affect all the layers below them in the Layers panel. If we want an adjustment layer to affect just the one layer below it, we'll need to clip it or restrict it to that layer. To do this, click the Clipping Mask icon or go to Layer and create Clipping Mask. Click the Gradient bar to open the Gradient Editor. Click the left stop and the color box. In the color picker, type in 1887D3. Then click OK or press Enter or Return. Before we continue, since each subject has its own combinations of contrast and tone, the colors and locations I'll be using in the Gradient Editor may not work well for other subjects. Make another stop by clicking below the gradient bar. For its location, type in 30. Click the color box and pick black. Make a new stop and click the color box. Type in 046CE4. For its location, type in 80. Click the right stop, the color box, and type in B7F B, F, F. I found that in many cases, the subject looks better when the black stop is dragged all the way to the left. Feel free to play around with the colors and their locations. Make the subject active and click the adjustment layer icon. Click black and white. It automatically clips to the subject since it's below the other clipped adjustment layer. For this image, I'll drag the reds to 70 and the magentas to 183. Again, feel free to play with the colors and their amounts to get the look you want. Make the top gradient layer active and click the adjustment layer icon once more. Click Levels. Clip it. And for this image, I'll make the input black level 25 and the input midtones 0.90. This is Marty from Photoshop Arthouse. Thanks for watching.